screws out, working on the last two. And this is what they look like. Frankly, I don't see any issue with the fasteners. They look, that one, in particular on the left, looks pristine. Just pristine, so I don't know. We'll get the damn thing off. My original plan was just to remove it and then start coating it. You can see it's pretty badly corroded at the bottom. And what I can do about it, I'd love to hear it. I'm going to take this thing off and run it down to Silesia. My friend Jim is there. And Jim built submarines for a living, so maybe he can school me up on some of this stuff here. But let's pop out these last two screws and go see Jim.
If we use one of these on the other side,
now we're just checking out a boarding ladder.
For the other side, I have manufactured.
Okay, so yeah, just dangle that baby out there, okay? And there's another half of the ladder that attaches to those tabs at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And so it must go another 4 feet underwater. That's pretty cool.
Well, I got 2 steps underwater.
See how he made that? So, that's actually a pretty damn simple and clever design. And that one removes easily, so well, I guess they both do. So
I did the welding on these with a stick welder.
Yeah, you can weld better than I can.
That's somebody to do it for me.
Okay, so now imagine another 3 rungs of ladder going down into the water. That'd be pretty darn cool, huh?
This is more.
That would be pretty slick.
Here. This is me with my stick welder.
Okay. Well, you'll be happy to know it's way better than anything I can weld. Yeah. I don't know you're going to go to a museum for perfect welds, but it's better than what I can do.
Well, it did the job.
Okay, you can see some of the corrosion. It looks like red rust corrosion, and even though this may or may not be stainless steel 308 or 316, I don't know, but it's pretty nasty looking, you know, right here. Here we can focus. Here, come on, focus, baby. So I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm open to suggestions on how to prevent recurrence. I mean, I think it's not hard to clean up. I've already kind of cleaned this end up, so you'll see that there's some pitting. See the pitting? That I don't think was there before. And on the bottom side, this has a lot of pitting. This is a bottom, so this is, you'll install like this, and this is where the drips, any drips from salt water would be hanging right about here. So I'm going to carry out with my plan to sand the hell out of it, clean it up, and then actually use coatings to try in all the key spots to try to stop this. That's what I'm going to try to do. God, it's just nasty looking. Nasty. Well, this is what I did, guys. I sanded it all down and cleaned it up. Yeah, so I sanded it all down and cleaned it all up, and I painted. Just pretended it was carbon steel, and it's still a little tacky. I just put this paint on about 5 hours ago, and I'm going to let it cure overnight before I even consider installing it. The whole idea is that when it's installed, and it installs this way, God, that hurts, ouch. Yeah. And so the whole idea is that when it's installed, and eventually the bottom half gets wet, and the drips will hang right on the bottom there, and that's where the pitting was. So I'm going to let this paint cure up, and then I'm going to spray it with the Yamaha lube. It's a Yamaha lubricant. Did you see? I've heard one guy told me that he sprays this on his bicycles, and his bicycles last much longer. So, but we'll give it a go. One never knows. Maybe it doesn't help at all. And this is not cheap stuff, so it costs $18, I think. So, okay, we're staring into the sun, so you can see the wavy surface here on the edge of the fiberglass, right above the rub rail. It's got little blisters, I assume. See them? Don't know if you can see that or not. But I can see like little raised portions here. It's not at a critical spot. I mean, there's no chain plates tied down to it at this location. So maybe it's okay. But you got some more on the other side. But on this side, I guess I'm also going to show you. Let's go upside down and look. This area here, that's just a caulk finish. So in fact, I can feel it. This is still wet. There's when we have rain, water drips down here and somehow is getting inside of this joint between the rub rail. And look at the surface of the rub rail itself, see? See the bubbles? I think all this is going to have to be ground back. It just doesn't sound right. That's how it should sound. So, I've got a little bit more of that on the port side as well. Further back though. This side of the boat, we got more of the same. I think you can see it here probably more easily than on the other side. Same basic idea. You can see the wavy bubbles on the orange portion, and if you look at the rub rail itself on the top surface, there's a couple of other bubbles. So I think when I get to, I know you can see it here, I can see that in the camera view. So, now I'm staring into the sun, damn. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think it's catastrophic, it's just blisters. I mean, blisters are not something that's new to fiberglass boat owners, that's for sure. To remove blisters, you basically have to grind it all out with a grinder, an angle grinder, and then you have to let it dry, and then you repair the epoxy. It's as simple as that. So that's on the table for work to do in Guatemala. Damn, that's bright.
Cross paths again.
Damn.
Until then, may fair winds fill your sails, and may the stars be your guides, and may our shared memories be the lighthouse that guides me safely home. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible journey with me. Phoenix, over.
That. And the clicking of the radio is equivalent to clapping. So.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, Phoenix is right next to me.
Do you have AIS?
So Phoenix is right there. She's the next boat over. And I'm wishing him well. He's leaving tomorrow. Break of day. He's got all his flags flying. His path is going to be very unique. He's not just making the run to the Bahamas, straight to the DR and straight down to Trinidad and all that stuff. He's actually heading for Brazil is his eventual goal. Okay, we've got this scallywag here named Dega, who's shoving off right now, and I'm freaking shoving off too. Damn. And that's his mooring lines coming off. There we go. Underway.
Underway.
Okay, I'm clear, sir. Take care, brother.
Thank you, man.
Good looking ship. I like those little gutter gillies. I guess I better get out of the way. I'm clear. So there's a bit of urgency in that you can't just sit around. Once he casts out that ball, look how quickly he moved. C'est la vie! Okay, so I'm back from the flea market, Nautical flea market here at the marina, and this is what I got. I bought a thimble for when I learn how to splice really good. I can put that on. That'd be excellent to be a new painter for the dinghy if I needed a backup painter, and I'd like a backup. Here's a real catch. I got one of these spouts that will fit that can. Last episode I was bitching about those cans. Well, there was a guy giving away 3 or 4 more of these cans, and his were in pristine condition, and he said they were 3 years old, and his did not have any leaks, but some other people who really didn't have any water cans, they needed some, and so I kind of acquiesced and said, well, yeah, if you guys are gonna, if you don't have any water cans, you guys take them. But I did have the guy did have an extra spout. So I'm going to take that one, throw it in the trash, and put this one on because it's brand new, you know. So it ought to work pretty good. And that way I can reasonably expect that to last for almost another year in service. So that's good. So there's that. And again, the thimble, I bought these 2 styrofoam balls and these little marker pens for $1 for the 2 of them. Everything else was free. These things are called, can you read that? Oil paint in solid stick form. Kind of like the old metal markers you used to have. And it looks to me like keeping this paper on the outside edge is pretty valuable. So I think I'm going to put these in a fresh Ziploc bag and seal it up tight. And I'm not even sure what I bought them for, but they're only, the guy on me, borderline free, so I thought, what the hell. Just a stencil supply is what they call it, you know. I don't know. Anyway, no complaints. That's why we do these nautical flea markets, because you've heard the saying that one man's trash is another man's treasure, and kind of it is. I mean, I got rid of all of my old unwanted stuff. I mean, I had all sorts of odds and ends and miscellaneous things that I knew, things that I knew had not passed the 2-year test. If I don't touch it or use it in 2 years, then I probably don't need to keep it on board. And that's why my pile of stuff that went out, that's what it was. So, and I think almost all of it found a new home with somebody else who could use it. So then that's the way it's supposed to work. So there's that. And I would say enough chit chat, because I've got a full day ahead of me still. It's just after noon o'clock local time. And this is a wetsuit, and it's not on my body, and I need to get in it because I need to go back down and clean the hull again, and then I'm going to be taking my trip out of the country. So and I've got friends here who are looking after the boat while I'm gone, and I'm excited for that, but I'm not going to ask anybody to clean the hull for me, of course. So I'm going to do that, and then this should survive until I get back, and then so I'm looking forward to everything. I'm looking forward to the rest of the afternoon. I don't mind getting in the water, even though it's getting a little bit chilly. So I think I'm going to close out the video with that, guys. I'll put in the dive videos at the end of this, of course. And with that, I say cheers, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm grateful, as always, to have freedom and good health. And I'm just a happy guy. So take care, everybody. All right, bye-bye. The key, keep the strap on the GoPro. Keep your tools tethered off, and suck it up when you first get in the water. That cold water is filling your wetsuit. Oh! Okay, that's the wetsuit filling with cold water phase. So the thing to do, in my opinion, is just suck it up. Don't try to do anything. Just let that water get inside the suit, and then the heat for your body will begin to warm it up. Okay, first thought is it's not nearly as bad as it was last time, and I assume that's the cold water as well. When it gets colder, stuff doesn't grow as well. Now we're going to back off and go look at the prop. Just take a look first. 1, 2, 3. Well, not nearly as bad as last time. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down and start scrubbing.